Mr. Wadsworth?
If I could, obviously, I think this is a good thing, and I don't think they're gonna have to have any help from us as long as they stay on the sidewalk and use all the crosswalks, so,
I support that.
You support
make
it?
the motion, issue it unless somebody else wants to talk.
Anyone else want to have anything? Ms. Webb, you support that?
I support it.
Okay. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb, for a no-fee permit for a prayer walk on Saturday, June the 1st, 2019, at 11 a.m. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes?
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Number four is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I just want to mention again what the clerk had mentioned. I hope everyone had a nice, safe holiday. And members of our memorial forces, armed forces, which they did for us so we can be free. They gave their life, and a great honor for them. At this time, Madam Clerk, chairperson don't have a report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Number five is the mayor's report, and presenting the mayor's report this evening is our chief of staff, Julie Waitoko.
Good evening, City Council, Madam Clerk and Deputy Clerk. I'm pleased to present the mayor's report this evening. Before I get into his action items, I just wanted to give you a couple quick updates. We don't have a video this evening, but I did want to just mention what a wonderful ceremony we had yesterday in honor of Memorial Day, and thank you to everyone who participated. I think it was by far our largest crowd that we've had, and it was a beautiful ceremony, and having those fire trucks lined up with the flags hanging also just adds something to it. On top of that, I want to mention also with the fire department was today we had our ribbon cutting at Station 2. And that was something we had talked about, and we're very, very proud that that is now a service that we're going to be able to provide. And the firefighters will officially be locating into that building as of 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. They'll be running out of that building. So we'll be giving you more updates as we move forward, but we're very pleased to be able to provide that. And the last thing I wanted to mention is on June 11th will be the 4th annual community prayer breakfast. And the proceeds for that community prayer breakfast go to support the Romulus Drug Task Force Scholarships Program. And so it's going to be held at the RAC. Registration will begin at 7:30, and the program will begin at 8 a.m. So you can come out and have breakfast and start your morning off with prayer. And the $15 donation goes to the Drug Task Force, so you're supporting our kids in the community. So it's a great community event. So if you have any questions, please feel free to call the mayor's office, and you can register through our department, which is 734-942-7571. And with that, I will get into the mayor's action items. The first one this evening under 5A is a request for an agreement for water service between Van Buren Township and the city of Romulus. The address is 39591 Price Street. And it should be noted that the property owner on Price Street will be paying for the initial connection and also pay the standard, usage rates to the city of Romulus.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to concur with the administration and authorize the mayor and city clerk to enter into the attached agreements with Van Buren Township to provide water service to 39591 Price Street with acknowledgement from Van Buren Township that they will become our water service customer.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, for agreement for water service between Van Buren Township and City of Romulus, 39591 Price Street. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Our next item, 5B, And this is request to waive bidding for 2 change orders for the new 34th District Court project. And as you'll see in the letters that are attached, there's no additional cost to the original plan for this. It's just basically utilizing services from existing contractors. So with your support, it would be to concur with the administration to waive the bidding for the needed addition of the revised stormwater management for the south parking lot to the contract with Blue Ribbon Contracting in the amount of $102,153, and for the addition of pews to the millwork contracted with Nelson Mill in the amount of $44,388.
So moved, Mr. Chairman, I have a comment.
Support.
Okay, it's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb. This is for the new 34th District Court project. Request to waive bidding for 2 change orders. Discussion, Mr. Wadsworth?
If I could, I read this thoroughly, and I had discussion with Mr. McCray this morning, and this is a reasonable thing to do, and it does make sense.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes, I would just, Chair, if you don't mind having Mr. McCray to come up.
Okay. McCray?
Good evening.
Good evening. I've noticed several change orders. Is it a problem with the original contract where you contracted this out to these contractors and they're not including everything?
No, it's normal construction. We run into glitches. We ran into a change order today with some conduit, some boring through the floors for the electrical. So it's normal construction on this. The underground on this one was due to the fact that we were petitioning Wayne County for some relief on stormwater requirements and save some costs. We were granted some relief there, but we weren't fully on board with what they were proposing. So we went ahead and we got a good number from Blue Ribbon, so we want to have the same contractor do all the work that's uniform throughout all the underground. So,
Okay.
so just normal construction stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes?
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Sorry, thank you. The next request is for no fee permits, and there will be, with council's concurrence, 5C would be for 2 motions of approval. The first would be a request to authorize a no fee permit for the use of Elmer Johnson's Park on June 8th, 2019 for the Bark for Life event, which is our Romulus Relay for Life. The second request would be for a motion to authorize a no-fee permit for the Romulus Community Baptist Church to utilize Colorado Street from 4th Street to the end of their property for the pastor's 25th anniversary celebration.
Through the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms. Webb?
I'd like to make the motion to approve and concur with the administration and authorize a no-fee permit for the use of Elmer Johnson's Park on June 8th, 2019. Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Mr. Abdo, to concur with the administration, authorize a no-fee permit for the use of Emma Johnson's Park on June 8th, 2019 for the Bark for Life event. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes?
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
You're welcome, Shona. You make the next one, too.
It's another motion.
Through the chair, if I may, I'd like to make the second motion to concur with the administration and authorize a no-fee permit for the Romulus Community Baptist Church to utilize Colorado Street from 4th to the end of their property for the pastor's 25th anniversary celebration.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Roscoe, to concur with the administration, authorize a no-fee permit for the Romulus Community Baptist Church to utilize Colorado Street from 4th Street to the end of their property for the pastor's 25th anniversary celebration. Any discussion?
I
Yes.
do,
Ms.
unless I missed the date of your pastor's anniversary,
It's in here, 29th.
the 29th. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes,
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. The next item, item 5D, again, there will be two motions requested, and this is for our Recreation Board reappointments and then some new appointments. The first action item we would be requesting is to reappoint William Wadsworth, Diane Poet, Sandy Tenney, and Arnett Chisholm to the Recreation Commission with terms to expire on December 31st, 2022. And then the second request is to appoint some new members to the Recreation Commission, and that would be Ruby Paisley, Paris McCarthy, and we're very excited to have a Romulus High School representative, to the board, and that would be Brett Sherwood, and he's here in the audience this evening. Their terms also would expire on December 31st of 2022, with your concurrence.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
I'll make that motion to concur with the administration and approve the reappointments of William Wadsworth, Diane Poet, Sandy Tenney, and Arnett Chisholm to the Recreation Commission with terms to expire December 31st, 2022.
support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Williams, for reappointment of board members, which was read by Councilwoman Abdo. Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes,
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Abstain.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
I'll also make the motion to concur with the administration and approve the appointments of Ruby Paisley, Paris McCarthy, and Romulus High School Representative Brett Sherwood to the Recreation Commission with terms to expire on December 31st, 2022.
Support.
And motion by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, to concur with administration approve the appointments of Ruby Paisley, Paris McCarthy, and Romulus High School Representative Brett Sherwood to the Recreation Commission with term to expire December 31st, 2022. Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
yes,
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Council, the next item under the mayor's report, item 5E, is introduction of Budget Amendment 1819-26. And this budget amendment is through the Narcotic Forfeitures Fund of the state, and it should be noticed this has no effect on fund balance.
So moved, Mr. Chairman, for introduction of Budget Amendment 1819-26 for the Narcotics Forfeiture Fund dash for the
Support.
state.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for introduction of Budget Amendment 18/19-26, Narcotic Forfeitures State. In discussion. Ms. Williams.
yes. I would just like to ask, if someone is here from the police department. I see here where it says the vehicle maintenance, you're moving, you're amending it to 50,000, which the budget will end up being 110,000. But on revenue, it's saying the current budget is 50,000. The amended budget, you're taking 50,000 out. Is that correct?
It is correct, we are realizing that 50,000 as forfeiture revenue and then putting it into the maintenance fund for the vehicles.
Okay, so why would the amended budget, why would it end up 100,000 if it's only 50,000 in there and you're taking 50,000 out?
It's a combination of both increases, added together. If that makes sense.
No.
It's the increase of realizing that $50,000 in revenue and also the increase in the vehicle maintenance fund.
So I'm not clear on that, because if it's only 50,000 in there and you're taking 50,000 out, I'm not understanding how does it end up being 100,000?
It's gonna be 50,000 in each account. So it's gonna be 50,000 in the state forfeiture, that fund, that revenue fund, and then that 50,000 is gonna be getting moved to the vehicle maintenance fund. So you're adding essentially $100,000.
So where it says amended budget, is that the balance of what that account has in it?
No, it is not.
Okay, see, but it doesn't read that way.
Right, correct.
Okay,
You know?
I'm good.
Okay, thanks a lot. If there's no more discussion, Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes?
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No,
Ms. Webb?
Yes, with discussion.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe? Go ahead, discussion.
To the officer there, usually on the amended, when it says amended, always look at the memorandum, and it is 100,000 because you have 50,000 as a revenue, and then you have 50 as an expense, and I think it is confusing. Thank you.
Thank you. Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. That will conclude the mayor's report this evening.
Thank you.
6A is the clerk's report. 6A1, for second reading and final adoption, is an amendment to the City Controlled Substance Ordinance. This ordinance amendment was introduced at the council meeting of May 13th, 2019.
So moved for second reading and final adoption of the city-controlled substance ordinance.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Roscoe for second reading, final adoption of amendments to the City Controlled Substance Ordinance. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
no,
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes?
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A2, for second reading and final adoption, is Budget Amendment 18/19-25, Merriman Road Special Assessment District. This budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of May 13th, 2019, and the budget amendment amount is $5,500.
Through the chair, if I may.
Ms. Webb?
I'd like to make the motion for second reading and final adoption of the budget amendment for Merriman Road Special Assessment District.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Mr. Wadsworth for second reading and final adoption of budget amendment 18/19-25. That's for the Merriman Road Special Assessment District. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes?
Ms. Williams?
yes,
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
The last action item under the clerk's report, 6A3. This is a study session request for Monday, June 24th, 2019, at 7:00 a.m., and this is to discuss proposed changes to the Romulus Memorial Cemetery rules and regulations. This request is coming from the chairperson of the Cemetery Board of Trustees, Ms. Jan Lemon.
Chair, I'll make that motion for a study session request for Monday, June 24th, 2019, at 7 p.m. to discuss proposed changes to the Romulus Memorial Cemetery rules and regulations.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo for a study session request for Monday, June the 24th, 2019, at 7 p.m. to discuss proposed changes to the Romulus Memorial Cemetery rules and regulations. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
yes,
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes?
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
For your information, there's a notice from the Marathon Petroleum Company, notice regarding the adoption of a code of business conduct. And with that, that concludes the clerk's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
There is no treasurer's report this evening.
Okay.
Which takes us to agenda item number 7, public comment. And this is the portion of the agenda for those that are in the audience, and who would like to address city council. The rules to address city council can be found on the back of your meeting agenda. If you would like to address city council, please raise your hand. And after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium state your name and address. Please note that you will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time would be upon consent of the chairperson. Mr. Chair and Council, we do have 2 written requests this evening. Our first written request is coming from Miss Deborah Nelson. What's the podium?
Okay.
Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
My name is Deborah Nelson, and I have been a resident, lived here in Romulus practically all my life. So now I am participating a little more.
Could you speak in a, it's kind of
Hear?
diagonal. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And so right now, my question is, do we house sex offenders? Or do we have those homes for like sex offenders here in Romulus? Sex offenders, or in, say like, what do you call it when they're out of prison and they're halfway homes and things like that here in the city of Romulus?
Anyone can answer that, or?
John, I can,
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth?
we don't have a particular place that they're housed, but a registered sex offender has to register with the state of Michigan where he lives. And there's a website on the state of Michigan that'll give you the address of everyone in our town,
Okay.
with a picture of them too.
So there is no homes for the sex offenders.
No, well, I don't believe so. I believe when they come back and want to live in Romulus, they have to register where they're gonna live. And if they return home, then they have to register where they live at.
And if we want to know,
On
Find
the
out.
state of Michigan, they have a website,
and that's where you find out.
right, correct?
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Williams had something? You good? Okay.
The next written request is coming from Mr. Jim Henderson.
Hi again, Jim Henderson, here to talk about, I live on Taft Street, south of Ecorse. We're still getting flooded. I talked with Wayne County Kathy Padua. She's the drain lady. It ain't her problem. It's not within a quarter mile of her problem. The Freeman drain is, they're gonna fix it, maybe. But this is private land, and we need to go out and look at it. It's flooding 6 homes. It's cracked foundations. It's almost in my backyard. Next, I don't want to be next. Can we go out for the city and look at this? The owner's right next door. He has a backhoe. We're getting flooded every rain.
Mr. Anybody wanna?
I was just gonna say that Mr. McCray probably will be our best outlet for that, and Bob, check with.
Yeah, no, I know Kathy Hood, our assistant DPW director, has been running lead on this thing with Wayne County, so I'll have to check with her in the morning, find out where we're at, and then also probably go walk the site with Mr. Henderson, see what's going on.
Good,
Okay,
I
great.
hope so, thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Ms. Henderson.
Mr. Chair, that was the last written request.
Okay. Are there any other comments in the audience? Okay, Mr. All right.
Question. It was a surprise that you guys were gonna do our no fee or waiver tonight. Thank you very much, Ms. Williams, for doing that. So I'm just here to briefly tell you that we have an exciting new event this year that is feeding into the Romulus Relay for Life. The first one where you can bring your 4-legged friends. A week from Saturday, the Bark for Life. Now this happens all over the United States, and Romulus is joining in on the fun. And our friends at Fluff and Puff have helped to chair this, and they put a ton of work into it. So lots of family fun there, face painting, dog contests. There'll be all sorts of things for your 4-legged friends and for yourself. That'll be at EJ's on June the 8th. We'll have flyers here available. We have a super fun thing that's happening there, and you can contact them at Fluff and Puff or get a hold of anybody with the Relay of Life. They're going to do a unique drawing there called the Chicken plop. And what it is it's basically like squares you would buy for a sporting event or something, but here's the twist. The winner is picked by where the chicken poops. And so I thought this was really off the wall, but there are so many rules with the state of Michigan that apparently this happens all over the place. So like one of a kind, a new thing to Romulus, so don't miss out on that opportunity to see that. Other things going on with Relay this week, both Hell Creek Elementary and Barth Elementary are having their little mini relay for recesses on Friday, so stop by and support those amazing kids. On Sunday, there's a Relay for Life Bender event at Blue Sky, and I'll come back and give you guys more information as we approach our 3rd annual Relay for Life of Michigan on August 3rd this year. Thanks again so much for your help, as always, and I'll be back.
All right. Thank you. Any other comments from the audience? If there's no more comments from the audience, Madam Clerk, we'll close that part out.
Okay. Number 8 is unfinished business. Number 9 is new business.
Jen?
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
Yes, I often get asked, what goes on the corner of Hannon Road and Huron River Drive? Well, I just want to announce that the elected officials from Romulus and from the school board were invited to an opening of the building last week, and the building is a distribution center for Amazon. Not only did they welcome us and give us a tour, they donated an entire van full of STEM equipment to the junior high. And as I walked through the building, I heard the familiar, "Hey, Miss Abdo," and at least 3 or 4 times, and I looked, and it was one of my former students. And so I just want you to know that the Amazon facility is giving back to the community as well as hiring from the community.
Ms. Williams?
Just to add to that, I also attended that event, and Amazon, on their upcoming open house at the E-Course location, they're also looking to also promote all of the school district buildings, to look into donating computers and other equipment for our students in the Romulus Community School District. So Amazon is stepping up and helping out with our school district.
Is there any more new business? All right, moving along. Number 10 is communication.
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
I just want to announce and throw it out there that the farmer's market's going to be back soon, and it starts up Wednesday, June 12th. Of course, it'll go through the end of September, and it's from 11 to 4 at the historical park, so don't forget to come down and patronize our vendors and everything through the summer months and what have you. But also, Sounds of Downtown will be back, and that starts Friday night, June 14th. So look for the schedules for that and your different kinds of music and what have you, and whatever you like. Come on out and enjoy that.
Thank you, Ms. Roscoe. Ms. Abdo.
I also want to announce that the Romulus Historical Society is having their annual flea market Saturday, June 29th, 2019. I believe this information is on the website. If you're interested in having a table, you can contact Kathy Morse at 941-6361. That's June 29th at the Historical Park.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there any more communication? Number 11 for approval is warrant 19-10.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we pay warrant 19-10 in the following amounts. General Fund, $72,341.47. Major Street Fund, $3,307.21. Local Street Fund, $9,270.23. Cable TV, $1,200.33. Street Lighting Fund, $57.02. Community Employee Activity Fund, $22.23. Garbage and Rubbish Collection, $85,851.46. Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, $35. 9/11 Service Fund, $710.14. NARC Forfeiture State, $1,036.01. Library Fund, $5,196.21. DDA, $283.80. Tifa District 2, $2,833.50. Court Building Construction Fund, $973,335.30. Binding Road Extension, E-Course Construction, $1,111.50. Water and Sewer Fund, $159,816.86. Motor Vehicle, $41,120.52. Technology Services, $17,519.97. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $7,369.56. Revolving Fund, $17,481.11. Payroll Fund, $5,556.67. Totaling all funds, $1,405,456.10.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Roscoe, to pay warrant number 19-10 for $1,405,456.10. Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, warrant number 19-10 will be paid.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Ms. Webb.
Yes.
Ms. Williams.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank you.